point?
Yeah, which is like the kitchen floor is like the living room where the mom is sort of like a sunken living room.
Okay. So it's kind of disconnected?
Yes.
In a way?
Yeah, that's correct.
Did he pour gasoline in there where mom is?
I believe he did. I didn't see him pour gasoline on her, but there was certainly gasoline there. I mean, it reeked.
You could smell it?
Oh, yeah. It smelled like, you light a cigarette like the place would blow.
Okay, and then he goes up the stairs?
He then went up the stairs with 2 bottles.
Did you follow him upstairs?
I did. I followed him up the stairs because I couldn't understand. I was like, you can't seriously be contemplating burning these 2 girls alive. Like, it's unconscionable. Like,
yes,
it's unreal.
It's bizarre.
It's completely unreal. It's just not what. You can't do that. You just can't. And I was a little relieved, not relieved, but that he had not poured it in the bedrooms, but he had poured it up the stairway, down the hallway, and into the master bedroom.
And how do you know that?
Because he was walking out of the master bedroom, and you can see the gasoline in the carpet.
Leading up to which bedroom?
The master bedroom, which is in the back.
Did you check the 2 bedrooms?
He walked out of the master bedroom, walked past me, back downstairs. I went to KK's room. There was no gasoline in there. She was still in her bed.
Is she still alive?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Face is covered?
Yes, the pillowcase was backward.
Okay.
But up enough so that she could breathe. Then I closed the door, and then I went down to the back towards the stairway and past the oldest daughter's room. She too was sitting in her room, tied to her bed like she was previously, and I closed that door and I went downstairs.
And she's still alive?
Absolutely.
Why did you close the doors?
I can't imagine anyone being burned alive, so I thought I fucked up, I got myself in this horrible position, but they did what they were supposed to do. There's no reason for them to die, they were compliant the entire way. They're both, very bright young ladies. Even the mother shouldn't have died. She went out of her way to be, compliant, to the T, like with no talk back, no nothing. And why is this happening? Like I don't understand. This isn't the plan. We're supposed to just get the money and get out.
Right.
Period. They hadn't seen her faces. So when I fucked up, and used her name, there's a million Steves in this world.
Right. So you shut the door for a reason.
I thought it would buy some time,
When they're tied up, did you untie them?
I didn't even think about untying them. Like, for whatever stupid reason, like, it just didn't cross my mind.
So you knew they were tied, but you closed the doors to buy them time, just in the hopes of buying them time.
Yeah.
You didn't untie them?
I did not tie them. In retrospect, I should have, but in retrospect, I shouldn't have even fucking been there in the first place.
I know.
But I get downstairs and I'm yelling at Steve. It's already been 5 minutes now. I'm confident. There's an army of police officers right outside the door waiting to open fire at me as I open the door.
You're pretty accurate.
And so I'm going straight for the back door, and Steve was like right behind me. And I get out the back door, and I'm going towards the back corner of the house, which leads to the garage, the front side of the garage where the car's parked. And I turn around, and Steve's not behind me anymore. So now I'm backtracking back into the house. And as I'm doing that, I'm looking through the sunroom, and I can see in the neighbor's yard that there's somebody plainly sitting there in the bushes watching us. And I was like, this isn't happening. And once again, Steve's racing upstairs.
He's racing upstairs.
Up the stairs again.
And you could see
as
him
I'm
from
yelling.
outside?
No, I'm walking into the house.
Oh, you're coming back in to see where he went?
Yeah, I was like, where the hell did he go?
And what's he doing?
He's racing up the stairs. And
what?
I wasn't sure what he had at first. Until he comes racing back down the stairs and he throws one of the empty bottles into the kitchen.
Empty bottles of
gasoline.
Of gasoline. So he went back up with another bottle of gas?
Bottle of gas.
So how many's that? 3 or 4?
4 altogether.
Okay, so, alright, so that. He goes back up with the last bottle.
That's correct.
And what did he do with it?
I wasn't up there, and I'm assuming I was hoping that he was just pouring it into the office, because we didn't pour any gasoline, or he didn't pour any gasoline in the office, and we had to spend a lot of time sitting in the chairs in there.
But he didn't pour any in the other 2 rooms initially either, correct?
That's correct.
So you don't know what he did with the last
No,
bottle?
I can't say for sure what he did with it.
He didn't tell you?
He did not say anything at all, and I'm screaming at this point, we can get out of here. This is madness. We finally race out the door.
Okay.
I have the key. I get into the car and I start it up. And as I'm starting it up, Steve just coming around the corner. Or no, let me backtrack. I'm sorry. Before we race out of the house, he's stumbling with this oversized pack of matches, trying to light one.
Okay.
And he gets through 2 of them, and none of them are lighting. And I keep telling him, we gotta go. And I can still see this person in the grass watching us.
Okay.
And he finally gets one lit and like flicks it.
Yep.
And I see it sail and it hits the puddle of gasoline that was sitting on the tile floor of the kitchen.
Okay.
And the entire kitchen just erupts. Yeah, and like a sea of flame.
One match? Just one match lit?
The third one that he tried.
Okay, so 2 unsuccessful, third one lights.
The third one lights, and then ignites the pool of gasoline in the kitchen. And it travels, I briefly see it travel down the front hallway. Towards
where the mother would be, or?
No, towards where the stairway would be.
Okay.
I had already had my back turned and I'm running for the door because I knew that the couch that the mom was dead against was doused, and I'm thinking in my mind it's confined space with gas vapors everywhere. I'm thinking like one of those action movie like blow up with the windows. Yeah. So I'm racing out the door and I race around the corner. I jump into the car and put the key in the ignition. I start it up, and just as I start it up, Steve comes running out and jumps into the passenger side. And as I throw it in reverse, the vehicle in reverse, I hear a cop siren. And I look in my rear view, and there's an unmarked car just pulling up and blocking the driveway.
Okay.
Which I proceeded to hit. And
the unmarked. Right.
The unmarked car, and when I hit it, it sort of jerked me, in which I jerked the wheel, and it sort of did this crazy arc up into the driving backwards into the curb and up the grass and into bushes.
Now, at this point, is the house fully on fire? Could you tell if the house is on fire?
I wasn't even looking.
You didn't know at this point. Okay, so
I could hear a fire alarm going off,
okay.
or a smoke detector going off.
Okay.
I knew that was going to happen anyway because the kitchen was flaming.
It was on fire.
Yeah.
But when you left, the kitchen was actually in flames.
Yes.
Okay.
The whole floor of the kitchen was in flames.
So you back up. You hit the unmarked. You're trying to flee.
I got hung up in some bushes, and I was trying to put it in drive, and for whatever reason, it wasn't happening. Like I couldn't figure out how to drive anymore. Like I was just panic stricken. And I didn't know how to drive. I literally forgot how to drive. And Steve grabs the shifter and goes and drive and yells, "Gas it!" And which I did, and took off the curb and onto the street. And And I'm looking as it happens in like slow mo. As I'm looking around, there's cops everywhere, and every single gun is like trained like right at my head. And